again, it's people just need to know that private businesses are looking to have customers or looking to have fans, enthusiasts of space invest in their business.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how does that happen? I mean, like fundamentally, how do you invest in those companies as part of a crowdfunding venture?
So the campaign goes up. Let me rephrase. Let's take a step back. If you are a business and you are looking for funding, whether you're in space or you're terrestrial based, you have 5 options. 1, the bank will lend you $1 million if you have $2 million in the bank. They're going to charge you 12 to 18%. So that's your first option. It's like, well, if I had $1 million in the bank, I wouldn't need a bank. 2, you're going to go and ask angels. Okay, do you know a high net worth individual? I don't know. You better go start knocking on doors, get on Twitter, etc. 3, you could do a shark. And so it's like, oh, do you know any sharks? I don't know. Do you know any angels? They're the same people. Sharks are also known as venture capitalists. Your 4th option, I'm gonna go here now. I'm at number 4. Your 4th option is the crowd, meaning I'm going to go ask unaccredited retail investors if they want to invest in my business. The 5th option is you could just bootstrap, get revenue, put your house up as a collateral and get a loan that way. Probably don't want to do this 5th option, by the way, but it just gives you too much risk. So going back to your 4 options: banks, angels, VCs, aka sharks, the crowd. All of these people, they need to know the exact information, meaning what's your business? How do you make money? What's the ROI going to be? What do I get if I invest? These 4 people, they all need to know the same 4 things. If someone tells you otherwise, they're lying to you. Because there isn't a VC or angel on the world who's going to be like, yo, Kyle, I like the way your hair looks. Let me write you a check for $100,000. Your auntie might do that, but unless you got a rich auntie who's going to write you enough money to fund your entire business, these 4 folks, they all need to know the same exact information.
Okay.
And so what you do is, and I tell folks, find your pitch deck for your sharks, for your angels. Pretend you're going to go on Shark Tank, right? You're going to go tell Mr. Wonderful or Mark Cuban about your business. Put that in a deck. Take that deck, find any of there's 64 FINRA approved funding portals. As a disclaimer, I'm invested into Going Public and Bright.us. The other one I just showed you, Spaced Ventures, that's our competitors, but I cheer for everyone in the space because it's like the league. We're in the funding league. In order for us to be the Showtime Lakers, someone's got to be the Celtics, right? So Space Ventures gets to be the Celtics. That's going to really upset Aaron when he sees this, but it'll be funny. So you take the same information and you add what's called a Form C and a video. Meaning a Form C is a form that the Securities and Exchange requires 21 days before your deal goes live. Again, bank, shark, angel, crowd, same data point, same information. They all need to know the same pitch deck. They all need to know the risk involved. They all need to know your corporate structure, where you're based, et cetera, et cetera. The difference is with the Form C, now you can do a general public solicitation of saying whether you're an accredited or retail investor, you can now invest in my business. You have an opportunity. The crowd is Shark Tank. Instead of having 5 sharks who are about to, by the way, if you need to jump into a tank and ask a shark for funding, you're at a desperate point. It's a fucking shark. They're gonna eat you. That's their business. It's like, what do sharks do? They eat motherfuckers. That's it. Right? They're not there to be your friend or be your benefit, or they're not there to be your friend. They are there to make an ROI of 10,000x of their return. Your customers have a slightly different incentive, right? I'm investing in this because it smells good. I like it. It relaxes me. If I happen to put in $100 and I get 100 shares of this company, now I own 100 shares because the shares are trading at or sold at $1 per share, and you send me as a perk one of these things, it smells good, the Spring Dream, well, that's super awesome. I'm probably going to be like, yo, Kyle, you should get this Spring Dream because this is the dopest, best smelling candle out there. Yeah. Now, I'm not just a customer, I'm what's called an investor. I am a customer who is invested into your candle business. I just happen to have this here, thank goodness. Otherwise, I was going to sell you this pen. But I just now tell more people, hey, this is the greatest smelling candle in the world. And so this is where, when we're talking about the economics, there's a slightly different breakdown when we talk about your customer acquisition cost and your lifetime value of your customer. Because if you just buy this, I may or may not tell you about it, whatever this good product or service is. But if I'm an investor in this candle business, I not only buy this, I also tell everyone, Kyle, guess what you're getting for Christmas? Sweet dreams, baby, sweet dreams. And so I am now a free marketing agent for you. I'm now a brand ambassador. And for the businesses, then it's like, how much is not one, but a crowd of me worth? How much additional value do they bring to spreading awareness of, hey, these are the best candles in the world? And so this is where a shark will, let's say a shark invests 10 million in you. The data tells us, because we got data for everything, the data tells us 50% of that is going to Facebook and Google for marketing and advertising to find customers, because a shark is not a customer. A shark ain't buying a million of these units, right? They're going to give you $10 million. So you can go spend 5 million on advertising. Right. But a customer, I'd be like, yo, Kyle, this is the best. It takes my stress level down here. It makes me feel good. Opens up my areoli. I didn't even know I knew the word areoli until I said it just a moment ago. And so this is the difference when you have an investor versus a shark. And so this is why you see that pivot between, let's go ask 5 sharks or 1 angel for $250,000. Most seed rounds, most pre-seed, most initial funding rounds, typically called pre-seed, they're for about 250K. So you can give that equity up to a shark or an angel, or like 5 of them. Or again, doesn't matter if it's a bank, a shark, an angel, a VC, or the crowd. They all need to know the same data. In order, there is a sunk cost to put this pitch deck together. And so you're going to incur that cost to put your pitch deck together, regardless of who you're pitching to. Because the angels and sharks be like, what's your pitch deck? Where's your video? Particularly now in the age of the Rona, the COVID-19, they're going to direct you to an online portal to be like, put your pitch deck and your video here, we'll watch it. Don't just pitch to 1 shark, 2 angels, or a small group of people. Reg CF, regulation crowdfunding, it enables you to take the same information and pitch to everyone. And this is where you see interesting companies who are like, hey, we want to engage our customer base. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. So how do you participate? How do you see those pitches if you want to be invested in crowdfunding or you want to be involved in crowdfunding?